What I want to talk about today is when God tells you to do something that you really don't want to do. And I want to give you my testimony of what happened with me. So, my testimony starts off like this with God prompting me to leave my job. Um, it was a great job financially. I liked the people, and things were going good. But God was still telling me to leave my job. And I truly didn't want to do it because, like I said, financially, this was the best job that I had. But also, when I started to pray about it, God started to show me things when I would go to work. And it really shedded a light on why He wanted me to leave. So then, some other news and stuff that I found out about the company came out. So, and God was still telling me, to leave. But even then, I still was trying to stay. But then, God continued to prompt me to leave my job. And I just want to ask y'all, have y'all ever been through something like that, to where God has asked you to do something that you really don't want to do? But let's continue the story. So what happened with me is that, like I said, I didn't want to leave, but God continued to prompt me over 11 months to try to leave my job. And I found out when things came out about the company, it showed me, like I said, why He wanted me to leave. But then I still tried to stay with working with human resources and trying to change my schedule because the schedule was 12-hour shifts and I was trying to get an 8-hour shift and nothing was working out. And God continued to tell me, hey, it's time for you to go. But then one day I woke up. I was supposed to go to work, got my clothes on and everything. And all of a sudden, I just did not have the desire at all to go to work. Even though I would push through the 12-hour shift, even though I would think about taking care of my family, on that day, I just didn't have any desire to go to work. And God told me when I finished putting on my clothes and getting ready, He was telling me, enough is enough. So I called my manager. I talked to her, and she said, well, let me see what I can do about changing your schedule. And then I even got excited then. And God continued to tell me, enough is enough. And then my manager calls back, and I got to talk to her. And she said, well, let's get human resources involved. And when all of this stuff happens, God continued to tell me that I needed to leave. But then I had a conversation with human resources, and they told me that, look, we hired you for a 12-hour shift, and that's it. You can't work any other shifts at all. And then God continued to tell me, it's time for you to go. So in that moment, my manager asked me, what do you want to do? And I asked her, could I call her back? And when I hung up the phone, God told me again, enough is enough. So I actually didn't call my manager back. I emailed her and told her that I would have to stop my employment there at work. So even in the sense of me not wanting to do it, God kind of forced me out of where He didn't want me. Because lo and behold, the 12-hour shifts, they started to affect my health. I wasn't feeling well. I was always tired. So I knew what was going on, but God still had something, going on to where I couldn't see, and He was telling me to leave. But then that's what we talk about. We have to have faith. So I tried my best to have faith, and I left my job. But then I was scared. But God continued to show me that everything would be all right. And He kept telling me, you're not going to be out of work for a long time. Don't worry. So I continued to look for jobs even after I left, and I was out of work for 4 months. But then God blessed me with the job that I have now. And this job is a lot better. It's not 12-hour shifts. I'm not as tired. I can focus on ministry stuff that I wasn't doing with the other job. So like I said, even though I didn't want to do it, God made a way for me to go and be obedient to what he was saying. And I just want to encourage y'all, with this testimony and say that, yeah, sometimes we might not want to do it, but God knows the other side. So we have to step out on faith and listen to what he's telling us to do, because in the long run, it'll be better to listen to God than try to listen to ourselves or somebody else. So I just want to tell y'all, hey, this is my testimony. The title of it is, I didn't want to do it, but God. And he really has truly blessed me, even in leaving. And I just want to encourage y'all to continue doing what God has asked y'all to do. And I'll see y'all next time.